Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Scorpio is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. And remember, Scorpio, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And here is the Six of Cups. This is a beautiful harmony. I think you're somebody who is really feeling the love around you. You know, I feel like you are a compassionate person. I feel like you're a very intense person, and that you love the other people in your life very strongly. Okay, I feel like you are you're feeling like you belong. You know, somewhere you feel like you're really accepted in your life right now. I think you have a very strong team around you, a team that values you and loves you for you and not for what you can do for them. Okay, to me, the Six of Cups is a card of community. Yeah, and I feel like you weren't always really into community. You know, maybe there was a time in your life where you didn't really care about that. You just kind of wanted to do your thing, and you had maybe like the family or the community wasn't the most important thing to you. Or maybe you didn't feel like it was very easy for you to fit into the group, or maybe there was a time in your life where you didn't feel like you had your soul tribe. I feel like you have it now, okay? Or this energy is coming in very, very soon. Leave a comment, tell me that you're ready to find your soul tribe. Or if you have it now, give your soul tribe a shout out, okay? Because I feel that this is that energy that we feel like we're getting a big hug. We feel like we're loved by the people around us. And that, what could really be better than that? Feeling supported, feeling safe, feeling valued for who we are, feeling that it's okay for us to be ourselves, right? Wherever we are. This could be at work. This could be literal blood family, could be chosen family. This could be the people at your jiu-jitsu gym or something, right? Where you feel like you're with family. Let's put this card into a little bit of context. Let's see where this family is. Let's see what's going on in your life. There's even more water energy with a 10 of Cups. Ultimate fulfillment. Yeah, absolutely wonderful. A Wheel of Fortune. We have the Lone Mountain Goat. We have a 3 of Wands. And we have a 10 of Swords. This kind of love and support, I think, is really allowing you to realize it's that support that you need for you to get out of the birdcage. For you to really, I feel like you're kind of almost like you're rewriting your story here. Because you found your people, you found this place in your life where you feel loved and supported. And I think it gives you a lot of encouragement that you can do everything in life that you want to do. Here we have the Chariot. We have a Queen of Wands. We have a Queen of Pentacles. And we have a 2 of Wands. Yeah, I feel like the love and support that you have in your life right now is very empowering. I feel like you're in a situation that really is encouraging you, motivating you, lifting you up. Okay? And I think that when you come from a place like that, you really can, you feel like you can do anything. Okay? So I feel like your world is changing in a big way right now. I feel like you feel encouraged. I feel like you have been instilled with a sense of courage. It's allowing you or enabling you or, motivating you to sort of, to claim your power and to rewrite your story. Maybe it's the courage to put an end to a situation. It's the encouragement, it's the support that you need in order to perhaps transcend limitations. The Ten of Swords, this is at the very center of the tarot table today. This is the galactic center. This is the center around which every other card is swirling today. It's all about this Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords is the realization that the bars cannot hold you now. Okay? Whatever those limitations were, if this is a relationship, if this is a particular job, if this is just a station in life, okay? You're being told to go forward through the bars of that birdcage, transcend what has been limiting you. You are being told to grow, to spread your wings, and to fly. I think that you need this support and encouragement because these friends, these coworkers, family members, the community around you, your soul tribe is telling you, look, there's more out there than what you're limiting yourself to. Maybe these are your friends and they're giving you the support you need to finally get out of that job situation, or the coworkers, the family you have at work that's finally encouraging you to get out of that marriage that has been, holding you back for all these years, or whatever the case is, right? This is all that love and support that is encouraging the movement. Then we get into this chariot and you are traveling up this path of fire and earth, you see. So I think it's really important that you have that kind of support, because without this, okay, it may be that you don't feel ready, that you don't feel that you would be able to get out of this situation if it weren't for the support of people around you right now. Okay, so Spirit really wants you to kind of lean on these people and allow this community around you to lift you up and to remind you that there is more out there for you. The Ten of Cups being that ultimate fulfillment. But to get the Ten of Cups, you've got to get out of the Ten of Swords. See, the Ten of Swords is meaningless. The Ten of Swords is pointless. The Ten of Swords is a dry and desiccated situation. This is, this is fullness. This is complete satisfaction. So I think your friends or your family right now are motivating you to go out there and to rewrite your story, to go after those big things in life that you want. This feels very good. I want to select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. We're going to set this down right over here with Jimbo, the Lizard King, right there on top. And now just because I can do anything doesn't mean we're going to look at that card, right? Not until the very end of the reading. It will tie everything together. It will give us the confirmation we need at the end of the reading. If at any moment during this message you feel like you might know what that card might be, go ahead and break on through to the other side and leave your comment down below. Okay, let's look around the room. We see three major arcana energies, the devil, which to me kind of feels like lone ambition. It feels like climbing a mountain, doing something on your own for a long, long time. I think reaching this goal of this community, this might be something that you find along your journey. Something you find on your path is this tribe. I think you're coming into contact with other people that are similar to you, that are supportive of you. I feel that there is a sense of divine timing. Okay. I feel that you have a certain amount of faith and hope and trust in the timing of the universe that will bring you exactly the right people, places, and things when you need them. Okay. So I think you are arriving at a very positive place in your life after a lot of very treacherous climbing. Okay. A lot of hardship, it feels like. Okay. I feel like the goat here never gave up no matter how bad the conditions got. You kept climbing. You're arriving in a really wonderful place now. And I think that place is reminding you that you are worth something, you are valuable, you are cherished for who you are. Okay. And that there is no limit to what you can achieve. The Wheel of Fortune is a very expansive card. I feel like you've always known that you were meant for something big, okay, something great. Yeah. And I feel like right now is the time where that story is really going to become clear. I feel like it's really manifesting now. Your chariot is, of course, your service to something higher than just you. Okay? I feel like between these two cards, you've kind of known that you always had a mission in life. Okay? And maybe there hasn't always been a lot of reward. Maybe it has been really a lot of hardship. Okay? I think you're being rewarded for your devotion and your loyalty. You're being rewarded for your service to whatever this kind of divine mission is. We've got fire, fire, fire. We've got our water cards. We've got the air. And of course, we have our earth card here, right? So the Ten of Cups is ultimate fulfillment. It is satiety. It's the feeling of being like completely content with life, you know? It's kind of like getting everything that you wanted to the point where you don't want anything else. It's the elimination of desire through the fulfillment of every possible kind of avenue of your development, becoming a fully realized human being, you know, to the point where there's nothing else that you are hungry for. Okay, it's fulfillment. It's absolute fulfillment and contentment. Which is very interesting because then we also have the Queen of Wands in the position of the environment. So I feel like we're kind of in a weird position here with the 10 because on the one hand, it's saying that you have reached a point in your life or you will be reaching a point where you couldn't imagine anything else being necessary. You have found everything that you've wanted in life. You've got your pets, your plants, your people. Your life feels great. Right? You feel like you've arrived home. That's kind of what the Six of Cups feels like. It's just like, this is your home, you know. But at the same time, the ambition of the Queen of Wands does not want that fulfillment because it extinguishes the fire. And see, these two cards are really antagonistic. They do not like each other. Okay? The Ten of Cups doesn't like the Queen of Wands because then it means we're not content anymore. And it means that things are less than perfect. But the Queen of Wands doesn't like this card because, well, the Queen of Wands likes to be hungry. Because hungry is ambitious. Hungry is, I'm out there climbing the mountain and I'm out there getting what I need. You know, I'm out there on the path and I'm struggling and I'm fighting and I'm getting it. Okay? So, in a way, the Ten of Wands here is kind of a little too much water. You know, too much water where it feels like, it almost feels like overwhelming. It's almost too much positivity. And we could maybe suggest a little bit of toxic positivity here, I guess, with this overabundance of the water card, the water energy, the cups, you know. But on the positive note, I feel like this supportive community is really the people around you, okay, whether it's friends, family, coworkers. I feel like they're very supportive of your dream. And I think your dream really is that, you know, one day that dream will come true. And I think that they're supporting that dream and encouraging that dream. The dream that you always knew was inside of you, okay? But I feel that there was kind of a struggle to continue following that dream. Let's say you're a struggling actor or something, right? That you've been kind of grinding away at it, feeling quite alone out here in the world of show business or whatever you're doing. Coming into the right environment now where you feel supported, you feel encouraged, you feel loved and valued and appreciated. That's kind of giving you the motivation to then continue pursuing that dream, you know. The Three of Wands is absolutely your identification with that path. Okay, I feel that you are meant for something really big, and it may not be show business, it may not be like acting, but you're meant to sort of serve a very important role in the world. Okay, and I think that you've always known that, you've identified with that, but there's been a lack of kind of encouragement, or there's been even, let's not say a lack of encouragement, there's been discouragement. Okay, I feel like there has been, it's been an uphill battle, let's say, for you. I feel like right now in your life, a lot of things are coming together in a very particular alignment that are going to make things easier for you. Spirit's going to open doors where there never were any doors before. Spirit is going to put the right people, places, and things on your path. Spirit is going to give you a lot more green lights. You're going to feel not only supported by the people around you, but you're going to feel like the universe is supporting you. And the universe is telling you, look, you've struggled and suffered and sacrificed. You've climbed uphill for long enough. It's time that you get a little bit of things going your way. I feel like you've been feeling like no matter how hard you work, you've been at the bottom of the wheel, you know, between the rubber and the road. All that's changing now. I feel like a lot of things are coming into alignment to support your dream and encourage you to keep going. It's kind of like, I don't know, I almost feel like you paid your dues. And so now you're getting those opportunities. You're getting those green lights that you've worked so hard for, because you're the mountain goat. You did it yourself, and you did it. You went through the hardship. You endured all kinds of weather, and you kept climbing uphill. And I think the universe is recognizing that and opening up these opportunities where there will be more tranquility, there will be more ease and more flow. People are going to start saying yes to you more. You know, you're not going to have to fight and argue, and there's not going to be as much friction when you try to do the things that you need to do for this path. Spirit's making the way a little bit easier for you. And I think it's about time. I think it's coming at a very crucial moment here. The 10 of Swords to me is kind of like the ceiling. You know, that's kind of like the old lower rung of things that you're breaking through. This is your breakout moment. Maybe you are doing some kind of acting or music or comedy, I don't know. But it feels like this is your breakout moment. Okay, this feels like we go from just kind of doing local stuff to like international fame, you know. You're leaving the small world kind of behind there. And I think that you have learned everything that you could learn from that lower rung or that lower octave. I think that you've gone through all the lessons. You've extracted all the information. You've squeezed all the juice out of that. And now Spirit is opening up the doorways to bigger things. Okay. And I feel like the rest of your life is really being written right now. I feel like it's very important that you have this supportive team with you, friends, family, coworkers, you know, whatever they might be. Because without this, I think, I don't know that you would have the endurance really to keep going, to be honest, okay? Because I feel like it has been very challenging for you. I want to do a Language of Flowers affirmation card for you. Just back here with that devil. Slow down. The pace must abate before it's too late. Okay? Something must abate anyway. I don't know if it's the pace. I feel like, what I kind of feel like is that, yeah, maybe the intensity of your struggle is slowing down. That it's kind of, what I kind of feel like is you've been putting in a lot of effort for very little progress. I feel like that's reversing itself. I feel like you're going to start making just major strides of progress with just minimal effort. You know, it's almost just, it's something, it's just like there's this inertia, there's this momentum. Something is just sort of carrying you forward here. There's less friction, less resistance, right? Which means that it's going to require less effort for you to go the same distance. Yeah. So I feel like that's kind of the pace. I feel like you're you're getting there faster by taking it slow. Yeah. By instead of kind of using your own ambition here, I feel like Spirit wants you to kind of not so much surrender to the flow or to the current that's carrying you forward, but to do kind of a effortless action. Continue to act and do the things you need to do, but don't worry about the results. Do your very best, but don't obsess over the reaction or the result or the reception or, kind of the return on that investment. Just do what you do because it's what you do, because it's your mission in life. And I feel like the future will sort of take care of itself, Especially with the Devil card, I feel like this was a very hyper-focused, hyper-fixated, almost obsessed kind of energy. Okay? And I think that kind of obsessed, hard-working, lone mountain goat devil energy is kind of like slowing down and just becoming a little bit more tranquil. You're still working very hard. We still see the fiery energy here. But there's less like trying to force things through. There's less worry about the results. Okay? Because I think if this is really your path and this is really your destiny and you believe that and you identify with this role, you just keep acting by this virtue. Keep doing what you're meant to do. Spirit will open the doors. You don't have to force the doors open. You just have to do what you do. And everything else will take care of itself, And I feel that that's how you get through the birdcage right now. I don't think you're busting down the bars. You're not bending the bars and cutting them open with, wire cutters. You're doing what you do, and the door will open. Okay? Your big break will come. And now on the path of the serpent, we see that you are in service to something beyond you. You are a loyal knight of the Holy Grail. Okay, the Chariot card is a card of victory. Okay, it's a card of, pushing through and doing exactly what you need to do, but not from a place of ego. Like the knight here, the true warrior, doesn't worry about the result, doesn't worry about whether they win or lose, just tries to act virtuously, like a knight would, It's not about winning or losing. It's about doing your very best and honoring the energy and kind of being in service to that higher principle. Okay, there's a loyalty here. And I think the biggest or the most important aspect of this is that you do what you know to be right, that you act virtuously. And so whatever situation this is, if this is at work, at home, at school, if this is your acting career or your music or your stand-up comedy, you just do the very best thing you can do because you are in service of that gift. You don't have to worry about the result. If they like it, if you get paid, if you get hired, don't worry about that. You respect the gift. You honor the gift. That's all you have to do. Spirit, the universe, the world will do the rest. Okay? You're in service of something higher than you. You're in service of whatever that is inside of you that's trying to get out into the world through you. Okay? It's your job to protect it and keep it healthy and keep it safe. Okay? Whatever it grows up to be is not really your concern from the ego point of view. Okay? And, that's echoed here with our Queen of Wands, too, in the environment. It's basically saying, go out there and do this thing like you love it. And if you go out there and you do it because you love it, this is someone who's dancing because that's what they like to do. They like to do the thing just for its own sake. You're out here, you're writing the book because you're a writer. You're the singer who is singing. You're the comic who's out there, making people laugh. Or you're the business person that's out there businessing. Whatever it is, you're the inventor that's inventing things. You're not worried about the future. You're doing the thing for the enjoyment of doing the thing. And I think that the result will be there. The future will take care of itself if you have this kind of energy. So it's almost like we don't want too much praise. We don't want too many rewards or too much applause or too much accolades, because then then the ego anyway, the ego will start to think that it's really doing something here. And it'll get into its head, it'll get inflated, it'll get that pride. It's kind of like, the hungry artist is the better artist than the one that's getting all the accolades and all of the rewards and all the money and all the praise, So sort of, we sort of stay hungry here with this card. Nobody wants to be hungry forever, right? I think the Queen of Pentacles here is this is your future self, sitting really pretty, okay? Very successful, looking back over the long and winding road that you took to get where you are. This is after the breakthrough. This is when you're rich and famous and successful, and you can sit there and you can look back over your life. You can reflect upon your journey. And for a lot of years, you were this hungry mountain goat. But you did it. And you did it the right way. And it feels like there's a need for you to recognize and appreciate the people that you've had on your team supporting you, especially when you're rich and famous. Don't forget about the people that supported you. It's going to be very lonely at the top if you don't remain connected with these people these are the people, the Six of Cups, those are the people that are here with you even when you have nothing. And they'll be there with you even when you have everything, when you have the world, as your footstool, right? Those are the people that were with you through thick and thin. Those are your people. Okay, because once you sort of break through here and you get more well-known or you start getting more successful and you start getting more recognition, there are going to be a lot of people that are going to come around. Those are the kind of, what do they call it, the Johnny-come-latelys, the fair-weather friends maybe. That they're only coming around now because you got something. These other people, they were here with you even when you had nothing. Don't lose those people. Okay, as you climb to your success here, don't lose those friends. Don't lose those connections. And stay, on the one hand, stay hungry, but also stay very appreciative and very generous and share what you have with those people. Because I feel like they were there sharing with you when you didn't have anything. Now, when you go on to have everything, make sure you give back to those people, okay? That's the Queen of Pentacles in this position. What we have here really is a juxtaposition between you with your Mars and Aries control energy, pushing through, fighting. You're the one that's doing it all. This is by your own merit, your own virtue that you're succeeding, versus just getting lucky, being in the right place at the right time, And so it is a mixed thing here. It's kind of like all you're really required to do is control the things that you can control, which is your effort, your hunger, the quality of your work. Okay? You can control your mind and your heart and your body. You can stay focused. You can stay grateful. You can hold yourself together and stay in service to your gift. But everything else in the world, how other people act, other decisions other people make, random chance events, that's all stuff outside of your control. That's where your faith, hope, and trust has to come into it. You can only do what you can do. The rest is up to Spirit. This is surrender and control. Okay? This is you controlling everything you can. This is you surrendering to everything that you cannot control. And of course, the wisdom to know the difference. I think you are meant for great things. I think your life is upgrading. I feel like your whole life is being rewritten now. And this is the old story going bye-bye. What's the new story? Let's look at the mystery card. Maybe Empress, maybe, I don't know, maybe a Ten of Pentacles, maybe a Prince of something, or a King, I guess it would be. Could be another Wheel of Fortune. Could be an Emperor. If you have a prediction, put it in the comments. Let's take a look. Yeah, King of Wands. A King of Wands, you are locked in. This is, to me, now cruise control. This is the fact that through your virtue, you're putting the car in cruise control, right? Because it's through your virtue, your control over your actions, you're in your energy, doing the very best job that you can do, focused on doing your best, on high quality work. Spirit is making sure the road stays straight and smooth and free of obstacles. And those two things together, when you're working in tandem with Spirit, cruise control, set it and forget it, your momentum carries you. It's almost effortless, burning so little fuel. It's almost like it's free energy, you know? It's almost like you're in the vacuum of space and someone just tossed you and you're just gonna keep going, okay? So it's not as treacherous, it's not as rugged terrain as it used to be, because you're working in tandem with Spirit. You're focused on high quality work, doing the best that you can do. If you're the stand-up comic, you're refining your craft, you're trying to write, you're trying to observe, you're trying to get better, you're practicing. You're doing all those things that are within your domain of control. And everything else is up to God, up to Spirit, you know, up to the universe, up to blind luck or chance or whatever you believe in. That's you working in tandem with Spirit. You're not going to waste time trying to control things that are outside of your domain. Okay? That's a waste of energy. And you're not going to get so full of yourself that you feel like you don't have to practice or train, that you can just kind of sit back and the universe is going to bring you everything you need and just drop it right in your lap. Well, that's not going to work either. Okay? Once you start functioning the proper way, Spirit will bring you all of the opportunities. But you've got to engage with those opportunities. Spirit will open the door, but you've got to walk through. Okay? So that's what I feel here with this, this cruise control, this Prince or King of Wands here, is a co-creatorship with Spirit. And now we're going to do an extended reading too. We'll do an I Ching hexagram, we'll do some oracle cards. There is a link up top. There's a link right below in the video description. New readings for Scorpio, okay, are on Tuesday, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. Be sure to watch both readings. This is a bonus reading for you. Okay, feel like you I feel like you needed this support, you needed this encouragement. And I feel like Spirit is here saying your breakthrough is happening. Right now, any moment now, that breakthrough is going to happen. This is the breakout moment, right? Everything is going to start going faster and smoother for you. Leave me a comment. Let me know where in the world you are watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we are all in this together.